What's up guys, welcome back to my channel if you've been here before. If you've not been on my channel before, I just want you to stop this video right here and just go to my video where I'm talking about my fitness journey and my story, because I think it's a really good one to watch if you are new here, if you've not been here before. So if you've not caught that video yet, go, and I'm going to link it down here. So go click on that link and go watch that first. So yeah, so if you haven't done that already, bye, go watch that first. This video is going to be my beginner's guide to getting fit. So if you're a fitness newbie, this is the video for you. Or if you're a fitness oldie and you've like had a little break slash fell off the wagon, as they say, and need some sort of realigning, so you're going to get back. I'm doing this a lot today. If you need some realigning to get back on your fitness journey, then this is the video for you, and keep watching. If you've watched my previous videos, you might be a little bit bored of my face, so I'm going to make this as interesting as possible and insert some clips so you can see a little bit, you know, about what I'm talking about, basically. So I've got 10 tips here, and first of all, we're going to start off with tip number 1. Tip number 1 is take progress photos. I know, I hear you, it's not fun. Like, it's not fun. If you are unhappy with your body at the moment, the last thing you're going to want to do is take pictures of it. I hear you, I understand, I know it's hard, but you need to track your progress. And that little platform thing on the floor does not accurately show you your progress. It shows you a number. And fat loss isn't necessarily weight loss, because muscle weighs more than fat, and I personally am the same weight now as when I started training, and my waist when I started training was 29 inches and my waist now is 24.5. So I've gained muscle, but if I'd obsessed with that number on the scale, I would have probably gone crazy by now. If it helps you to store them in a separate album on the phone and not let anyone else see them, fine. If you have a trainer and you're happy to send them to your trainer, i.e. me, I might be your trainer if you're watching this, hey, then those photos should be sent in confidence to your trainer. I obviously advertise by using progress photos sometimes, but I always ask for permission. So your photos, if you send them to me, they will not end up on social media without your permission. Obviously, like 2 years down the line when you've lost 4 stone, which is what a lot of my clients have done, I might then be like, so can we post your photos now? And you will be like, hell yes. Number 2 is set yourself a goal. And I'm not talking about I want to get fit. That's not specific. It needs to be a specific goal. You need to be able to measure it somehow. It needs to be attainable. It needs to be achievable. I mean, it shouldn't be like, you know, I want to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. I can't never say his last name. That was a really bad example. Arnold Schwarzenegger. I can't say his surname. Within 6 months. It's not going to work. So you need to set an achievable, attainable goal, one that you can measure and monitor. So, number 3. Make a plan and write it down. I'm going to insert some clips here of what I use to plan my weeks. And if you have a schedule or a diary, plan your workouts, write them down in your schedule. I don't care what you're doing, write it down. Because if you are a business person and you've got an important meeting, you'll write the meeting down. So your workouts are important meetings that you're scheduling with yourself, and if you schedule them with yourself, you are less likely to cancel on yourself. So number 3 is obviously write yourself a little plan. I use like a little planner. I write down my days. I write down what days I'm going to be working, my to-do list, and then when I'm training in the schedule. Adding on to that plan point is be realistic, okay? So where most people fail is when they try and do everything all at once. And if I had £1 for every time someone told me that they were on their like fitness kick and they were doing everything and then they just like stopped, then I would be really, really rich. So, and I'm not. So yeah, you've got to have a realistic timetable. So only set yourself goals you know are achievable, because otherwise you're setting yourself up to fail, and no one likes failing at anything. So make sure that if you know that you can work out 3 times a week, you write those days in your diary 3 times a week. If you know it's going to be really, really hard to work out 5 times a week and you know that you can't fit it in, don't schedule it in, because it's better to be consistent than to be on and off, on and off, on and off. You've got to be consistent. That brings me to my next point. Point number 4 is be consistent, okay? Consistency is key. One healthy meal won't make you healthy, just like one unhealthy meal doesn't make you unhealthy. I always talk about the 80-20 approach when it comes to clean eating. Clean eating, I bang on about it all the time, is the removal of processed foods from your diet. If you stick to clean, whole foods that contain 1 or 2 ingredients rather than a whole list of ingredients, your food is going to be nutrient dense, it's going to be whole, and you are unlikely to overeat on rubbish. It's also going to fire up your metabolism because you're giving that fuel to that fire, i.e. you're burning metabolism. So eating clean and being consistent 80% of the time is important. 1 slice of cake in your week is not going to crash and burn your diet, even though you're not on a diet, you're creating a lifestyle, okay? So, but 1 piece of cake isn't going to crash and burn you. What happens is when someone eats that cake and they're like, ugh, I've done it now, haven't I? I've ruined my diet. I must eat 4 bags of Maltesers, a packet of crisps, and a whole litre of Coke because I've just undone it now. So what's the point? Don't think like that. Don't think like that. Think, okay, this is my 20%, which is like a meal and a half of your week. If you're consistent 80% of the week, then it's gonna be fine. It's okay. Eat the cake. Brings me to my next point, which is point number 5. Okay, point number 5 is find something that you enjoy doing. Okay, pains me to say it because I run fitness classes, but if you hated my fitness classes, don't force yourself to go. I'm that confident in my sessions that you're going to love them anyway, but I'm just saying, don't do something if you hate it and just dread doing it all day. Because if you're sat in your office and you're like, I'm assuming you have an office job, I'm sorry if you don't work in an office, but if you're sat in an office and you're like doing this job all day and then you're like, oh, I've got to go to body combat. I'm sorry if you like body combat, but you know, oh, I've got to go to body combat tonight. I've promised Helen that I'm going to go. Just don't do it to yourself. Do something that you enjoy, and if you haven't found what you enjoy yet, that's fine. Try everything once. I always offer my first session free to my clients because I'm like, try it, you're gonna love it, and you're gonna want to come back. It's addictive. Okay, so yeah, I'm pretty sure that we're on number 7 now, even though I don't know, I think that's number 7. This is number 7, so I'm sorry if I've lost count, but number 7, I've only got 1 hand, so I can't do 7 now. Number 7 is to surround yourself with the environment that you need to thrive, okay? Energy is contagious. Energy is so contagious. If I'm around somebody who's like a mood hoover, like my one of my best friends, Chesney, if you're watching this, I definitely stole that from you, because she talks about mood hoovers, and it's basically people who just bring your energy down and zap it just like that. If you're around mood hoovers and people who aren't motivated and don't have the same goal in mind as you, you are likely to fail, because energy is contagious and we are a product of our environment. And a supportive, thriving environment is so important. Being around an environment where, you know, other people are rowing the same boat. They've got the same mission as you or similar missions to you. So this is why I created the HIT team, because it's about being around supportive, like-minded individuals who are going to motivate you, lift you up, push you higher, and just make you feel comfortable and happy. So being around a comfortable, supportive, happy environment is number 7, and that is really important. Number 8 is remember your water. Now, people underestimate water. Water is one of the most amazing fat loss tools that you have in a tap. It's really important that you drink water, and I know you've heard it before, drink water, blah 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 blah, but it's important, okay? Listen to me, it's important. I drink 5 approximately ish litres a day, sometimes slightly under, sometimes slightly over. If I'm training, I can drink up to 6 litres a day, and it's really important for me to stay hydrated, to stay functioning properly, and it plays a massive part in fat loss. So if you are dehydrated, get yourself like a really big bottle of water. Really important, stay hydrated, and that is one of the tips that I list in one of my guides, my clean eating guides that are on my website, and I will link my website below so you can go and get yourself a free guide that will show you many other tips like drinking your water that are easy to do and will help you get your results. Okay, so I'm going to link that there. Let's count. I think this is number 9. So find your uncomfort zone. Okay, so people look at me like I'm nuts, but I know this isn't a real word, but I made it up. It's called your uncomfort zone in my world when you are in a place, when you are training, where you're like, I can't do anymore, this is uncomfortable, okay? And your uncomfort zone is where change happens. This is where magic happens, okay? This is where your body is pushed beyond its limits. Your body needs to be challenged to change. So if you're doing something every day and it's not working for you, it's not challenging enough. It's got to challenge you, okay? So we've got to progress. We've got to challenge our bodies because they get comfortable. You've got to get uncomfortable, and you've got to get comfortable being uncomfortable, okay? So I call it the uncomfort zone, okay? Get comfortable with being uncomfortable. With high intensity interval training, you are uncomfortable for a very short amount of time, but it pushes your body to a limit where it's like, whoa, I need to recover here. Let's use all of these calories to recover because I'm in a place where it's uncomfortable. Find your uncomfort zone. That is my tip. So if you're doing something that's not uncomfortable and is not challenging enough, it's not challenging you, then it's not going to change you, okay? Realist over here, realist. Number 10 is don't ignore the basics. When I mean basics, people forget about them. So this is your step count, how much you're moving each day, okay? This plays a massive part in your fitness level and how healthy you are and your activity and getting results, because you need to be doing an approximate 10,000 steps to burn 1,000 calories. If you're not doing 10,000 steps, if you're doing 2,000 steps, I've seen a pattern with people with a low step count are often overweight or gaining weight, okay? And I see this a lot. I see a lot of people gaining weight because they are not moving enough, okay? So your general activity level on a day-to-day basis, even if you're participating in an exercise class or you've got a really consistent program, this is where you can be falling, this is where you can be at, you know, failing, because your general activity day to day, you've got to be doing light exercise in between the intense exercise. So in your schedule, you might want to put, going back to, can't remember what point, going back to a point in your schedule, you might want to put hit 10,000 steps or hit 15,000 steps or do some gentle, I don't know, a YouTube yoga video, whatever it is, something that's gentle and getting you moving, you know, might be nice and easy on the heart rate, might not be uncomfortable, you might not be in your uncomfort zone, but in between the high intensity stuff is going to allow you to expend, you know, whilst recovering, which is really important. Sleep is one of the basics. Also, when we are sleeping, we are changing. We are producing our hormones in our sleep. We produce testosterone in our sleep. We need testosterone, particularly to grow muscle and to lose body fat. If you're not sleeping enough, you could be producing too much cortisol, which is the stress hormone, and if you are stressed, you will not lose weight. Plus, you're gonna have like low energy throughout the day. So really important. Sleep is so important, and sleep quality is really, really important as well. I hear ya. I know it's difficult if you've got kids or cats. I'm sorry, I'm not kind of comparing kids to cats, but sometimes he's noisy. You know, I know it's difficult, but as best as you can, get yourself some really, really good sleep, because it will really help your fitness goals and will help you to get fit. I've got a guide with lots of the basics on, including supplement advice and things like that, but I don't want to overload you with information. So if you need any more information on any of these points, on any of these tips, I'm going to link my free guide in the description box, so you can click on the link so you can find my free guide. And also I'm going to write all of the points down so you can write them down and remember them. Okay, thank you for watching. I'm going to leave this video here. I really hope you liked it. If you did, please give it a like and hit the subscribe button if you want to see more from me. If you like these videos and if you like this style of video, being in my living room, let me know, because I literally have no clue unless you tell me. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. I will see you next time.